The New England Fishery Management Council is in Rhode Island this week as it plans regulations for the new year.
One of the topics they're tackling is a long-term plan for managing the cod population, a decision that could eventually affect your grocery bill. From the East Bay Mobile Newsroom, Eyewitness News reporter Brian Yukono is in Newport.
One of the issues being raised repeatedly before the council here in Newport is a concern that the fisheries themselves are being pitted against each other in the name of regulation.
You got to think of the consequences.
Vito Giacalone isn't afraid to speak up to the council. He represents the Northeast Seafood Coalition.
It seems like there's been a 70–80% reduction every time we wake up.
Already this week, the council voted to cut the total allowable cod catch in the Gulf of Maine by roughly 75% from its already reduced levels over recent years.
They've decided to go back to old school approaches, which are broad brush, weakest link, draconian type of measures like a closure.
The Rhode Island Fishermen's Alliance tells Eyewitness News there are 42 permits for ocean state fishermen to ground fish in the Gulf of Maine.
It's more hysteria that seems to be driving management right now and not thoughtful approaches to, meeting the law.
During this session, the council decided not to include lobstering in future restrictions to protect cod. But Vito claims 60% of fishermen are out of work because of restrictions. There's only so much territory, and the wrong guidelines can create a turf war of sorts over limited resources. But the executive director of the New England Fishery Management Council explains something needs to be done.
It's important that we try and listen to fishermen so that we can balance the conservation objectives of the Act, which is to try and limit cod catch, while also trying to create some opportunities for them to fish for other things that are in healthy condition.
And what's being discussed by the council this week still wouldn't go into effect until May of next year. With the Mobile Newsroom, Brian Yukono, Eyewitness News.